So we have Mr. Suresh Kadari here who will take you through the session and what we actually train you on Python and data science and data analytics. So stay tuned, and any questions you have, please put over in the chat box, or after the session you can ask sir about it. Okay. So sir, here you have, you can take the session.
Hi guys, thanks for being here on time. We waited for a couple of guys to join, and unfortunately they could make it, or I don't know. It's okay. So today I was asked to speak about Python and data analytics, and especially in the world of data science, we keep on talking about our artificial intelligence for matter, how these technologies and these domains matter. That's what we are going to discuss. Some of you are here for Python, some of you are here for more than that, data analytics and data science. But what I would do is I will take your entire time and explain you what is Python, and then we'll move on to data analytics, and then data science and artificial intelligence, so on and so forth, so that your time is well spent here and you will have thorough understanding about all these terms we talk about. Okay, I will start my session with welcoming you all for today's session. Thanks for being on time. And today we will talk about these emerging technologies, especially Python, data analytics, data science, and AI. I'm Suresh Kadari. I will be your trainer for this demo. We are in the business of bridging the gap. When I say that, what I'm talking about is the institution, what is offering, and the industry, what is expecting. There is always a gap between these two. So we, being an IT company, develop our own applications, and we support IT, other IT big giants with their services and all. We understood that there is always this gap. Even with the IT industry, they feel the crunch of lack of talented resource. So they engaged us in the past to train their resources at the manager level, at the lower level. Then we understood that this gap is wide open, and it's going towards the institution. So we started our training arm. Now our training department or division of Sedura Tech, which we call it as SedLearn, deals with training on the emerging technologies. So data science and AI focused hybrid learning platform we have created for graduates and professionals. So our business, if you want me to sum it up, it is bridging the gap between institution and the technology, so that you, the professionals or the students, are market ready. Be it data analytics or data science or AI, whatever it is, you are market ready. So that's what we talk about, and that is what business we are in. We are a great team here, and supported by these good technocrats kind of people who are doctorates in their field, and then other guys supporting staff and all make it happen. Moving on, today we are going to discuss about the hybrid learning for data analytics, data science, and artificial intelligence, and how you can use these courses or programs to make your career into the emerging technologies. I'm from Sedura. I'm Suresh Kadari, and I will take you through this demo as a trainer. As I mentioned earlier, maybe you guys did not see this, the business, what we are in, I could be underlined in one sentence as we are bridging the gap between the institution and industry. So what I meant to say is there is a lot of demand from the institution, industry, asking for resources who are pre-trained or workable resources. That means from the day one, you could go along on the floor and solve the problems, business problems. However, the institution or whatever they are getting from the market is not ready. That's where the industry engaged us in the past to train the resources or prospective resources and bring them to the mark. That's how we got into this training business, that we call it as SedLearn. Okay, so we are into making the students AI ready or future ready. Moving on, this is a great team I discussed about earlier, that I'm backed up with great minds who are from big institutions like IIT, IIIT, and we are from IIM. So we understand the market well, and that's how we developed and designed these courses, and leading them in the market into good careers and all. So in the past, when we engaged with the students and trained them, the success rate was not that well. As I was mentioning, like 65 to 70% of the students are placed. So then we were introspecting, like, why we are unable to place all the students in the market. Then we understood that most of the thing, it's not with the trainers and the content, but the readiness of the student. what I mean to say is, if the student is not ready and just entering the session, be it online or offline like this, okay, the student is just listening to whatever the trainer is saying. It's a blank slate kind of thing. Then we thought, if at all we give a prior knowledge to the student, suppose today I'm talking about Python, basic of Python, and the student goes through some content, which could be, you know, a video or whatever reading material. If the student goes through the content, that gives them the preparation. So with that preparation, when they're joining the class again, online or offline, the engagement with the trainer is increasing. This something what we learned over a period of time is a self-learning kind of thing that made it different. So there is a self-learning where the knowledge is, you know, we are preparing the student with the basic knowledge, and when they join the session online or offline, there is a skill mode is engaged. That means trainer will work with the student and convert that knowledge into a skill mode. So that's how the project-based learning coupled with you know, the self-learning or e-learning modules, it is called as a hybrid learning. In this method, our placement ratio crossed 70%, from 70% to 90%. So this was, we are very successful throughout the tenure, and the students were happy and we were happily engaging the students. So the project-based learning, whatever we, you know, talked about, is being supported by e-learning or knowledge mode. That's how hybrid learning. We developed our own platform. Every student, whoever enrolls with us, will get a platform where they will find the videos and also the schedule for that. So we also ventured into high school level, because you must be knowing that CBSE is being, you know, CBSE has introduced AI modules, small modules, basic level at the school level, 8th, 9th, 10th grade. So even personally, I published some of the books which are being used in the CBSE schools for teaching AI. So that segment we call is a school for AI, and the graduates and corporates where we engage with the training modules, we call it as SetLearn. So these are two brands that's I thought I will you know, cater to that. And learning styles, because of this hybrid learning, whether some people learn by watching videos, some people prefer textual material or by practice. So we are catering to all learning styles. That's one of the things as an add-on benefit for our success. Moving on. So let's talk about our business, why we are here. We are here to understand why we should get into this Python or data analytics or whatever you know, target you have for today. Let's start with understanding the world we are around and what type of problems we are going to solve and what type of businesses we are going to engage in future as part of careers. We are living in a data-centric world. What I mean to say is, every day on daily basis, we are generating, you know, quintillion bytes of data, 2.5 quintillion bytes of data to be precise. We are generating as a human beings across the globe on a single day. That means by the end of the day today, we are already created 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. What does this data mean? This data represents how you and I behave over the internet, what our choices, behavior, patterns, uses, everything is in that 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. Can you believe that 90% of the data, whatever we generated until now, has been done in the last 5 years? That means data is everywhere, and data tends to talk, but you and I may not be able to understand unless we use some tools or technologies. So we are always future, you know, curious, or business are curious about knowing the future. Should I invest? Should I, you know, increase the price, decrease the price? You know, get the new material or not? So everything and anything business does is associated with data and decision. So if businesses can understand the data, they can decide about their, you know, actions, future actions. That is what we call as a decision-making mechanism. So we have data, lots of data, tons of data we are generating, and we are interested in analyzing the data at hand, using the technologies, whatever we are going to talk about now, so that the businesses can take decision. Even personally, you and I, suppose you want to go for a outing. You are interested in knowing that whether it will rain tomorrow or not, or what will be the temperature tomorrow. So you are peeking into the future, and those guys at the meteorological department, they are crunching the numbers and forecasting, saying that tomorrow it won't rain, you can go out, or it will be sunny tomorrow, carry an umbrella, kind of stuff. So this is all about peeking into the future so that you can make effective decision. So whether it is in the real life or in a business, it's all about decision making. For that, you need data, and then create insights or generate insights so that decision can be taken. Okay, so for that we need tools. So this is what we are going to talk about entire session and how we are going to achieve. And as per your career choices or career goals, you can settle wherever you want. Let me take you through the world of data analytics. So we have to make whatever I said to fulfill that. We have courses right from Python programming language and Python with web frameworks, data analytics, full stack developer, machine learning. All those courses are into emerging technologies. Suppose if you want to start with a Python programming language, what is Python programming language? When you talk about Python, invariably we know that it's a high level programming language. And if you, whether you believe it or not, Pinterest, Quora, Google, Facebook have all used Python. So Python is not new, and Python is so powerful. And these major giants which we use on daily basis, their applications we use on daily basis, they are based on Python high level programming language to an extent. So you can understand the power of Python and what we are talking about. This used by tech and non-tech. That shows the versatility of it. That means whether you are from technical field or non-technical background, you can learn Python. It is so versatile and simple. It is friendly and easy to learn. That's what we keep on saying that. And you can use it for software development. That's what we call as application development, or games for that matter. Or you can go towards machine learning. Okay, this we will discuss again. You can generate statistical modeling or visualization. All those things are possible with Python. Or you can go onto the website and scrape the data, whichever allowable. Okay, and you can use that data for your business purpose. And system level scripting you can do, and complex mathematical models you can build with this. All this put together, Python is so versatile that you can go towards the web application development or games, towards typical IT, which is logic-based decisions, or you can go towards learning-based systems, which is machine learning or data science or AI. So this Python can be used for both. It is not that only Python could be used for these two paths. However, Python is so versatile and friendly. As I said, both tech and non-tech guys can use it. So Python, whenever you're learning, you should have a goal. What is the goal? Am I going towards IT, typical IT field, logic-based, or that kind of IT field I'm going, applications and all? Or am I planning to go towards machine learning or learning-based systems? That is where you're on the crossroads. For both, you must learn Python programming language. As I said, you could use other things, but Python is user-friendly, simple, open source, lot of support, all the plus points put together, we suggest. So what are we talking about? Here, if you see the ratings, whatever developer TIOBE programming community index you see, Python is rated constantly at the top 3. Okay, the applications you see, it is competing with C and Java. However, one good point you should note that if you see Python, it is always changes on the positive side, whether the rest of the things are coming down. So Python is picking up. Why suddenly Python? Again, half the credit goes to development of machine learning models or data science or data analytics, whatever you call. The usage of Python is increasing. The number of applications are increasing. So the popularity is also increasing. So whenever you are planning your career in the Python, using Python programming language, it is the right time, because all this career takes 5 years to build over the time. So it is easy to learn. That's why beginners can easily learn, less coding, and to accomplish a solution, you can use a modular, object-oriented programming, high-level programming. So all those things makes it less coding and accomplish solutions. Works on all operating systems as the other programming languages, and memory management is very good. Okay, libraries are there. Third-party support, that's one big thing that makes Python very powerful. Libraries and third-party support. So you and I, as the contributors to the Python language, we contribute invariably when we are using Python. Okay, so libraries are making Python programming very popular and powerful. It is not that other programming languages are not good, but when the libraries, you can do anything. Suppose you want to do visualization, Matplotlib, or you want to go with machine learning and scikit-learn. So all these libraries making this simple, versatile Python programming language into more powerful. Okay, and third-party support. Go online, you Google, you will find many support groups helping you. And application development or data science, it can be used. That's what we talked about. Open source, largest community. You don't need to pay anything for that matter. In the world of AI, you don't need to pay for any software. and interpreter speeds up prototyping. You want to go into this typical IT logic based thing, and you want to prototype a small product. Python could be used well. Or even you want to develop into machine learning or data science, prototyping is very easy. Moving on. So what you will learn when you are coming into the world of Python. So you have two options, as I mentioned. You must or you should learn a programming language to enter into IT world, irrespective of whatever programming language, be it C or Java or Python. To get into the IT world or anything to do with programming or developer of applications and all, you must learn a programming language. It is, I always give this example to my students, saying that if you want to learn a German language, or say anything, for the matter English you want to learn, you must learn your mother tongue. Once you learn your mother tongue, it will be easy to learn other languages. So language, whatever is mother tongue, is essential. So Python could be your mother tongue. Over that, you can build other programming language. So to get into IT field, the bottom line is you need at least one programming language, and Python is widely used for that. When you get into Python programming, right from the basics to advanced concepts, and then handling files, version control, web scraping, Python libraries, and a bit of introduction to machine learning, all those things concluded by 2 projects. That is how we developed it. So we are, we do day in life. We use Python extensively for our AI or data science kind of model building. That's why we thought that this is the best combination, for learning or entering into the world of IT. Again, if you decide that I want to go with this, web application or game kind of development, then you can add web framework to the same Python. If you add Flask or Django, for that matter, these frameworks are powerful. They will help you go towards this, application development or game development. So that is how Python, you could add here and there bits of pieces, and you can get more powerful. So you can start with Python, add web frameworks, or you can start with Python, add statistical modeling and machine learning. You go towards data science. That is the versatility of Python. That's why if you're deciding or you're planning to learn Python, kudos, your thinking is right. Now it's time to apply. Then some of you are here to understand the world of data analytics. That means you're not taking left, you're taking right towards data analytics, data science, machine learning, and the AI. So there are steps. Not everybody could go with the coding or high level deep learning, not required. There are steps, and I will decode those steps. You will feel confident and find your step or path that I want to stay here. Oh, this is the field I want to work, and maybe in future slowly I will upgrade. So this first step we have passed on, that is Python language, and we talked about web technologies, web frameworks where you can develop applications. Now we are leaning towards right, where I'm going to talk about data analytics. In the world of data analytics, anything you do, okay, it's not only data analytics, anything you do in IT, which comes with a problem and solution approach. So when you have a defined goal, you gather the essential data. Okay, as I said, we are living in the data-centric world. Anything that talks with data analytics, data science, or AI for that matter, data is the keyword. So when we are having data, we clean it, we cleanse it, we enrich the data so that it is ready to be used for visualization or getting the information out of it. As I mentioned earlier, data tends to talk, but you and I can't understand the language. So the language, what we are creating is visualization, information, generation, all those things we are trying to understand in a human things. So visualization is the best method to understand the data as a holistic way. Okay, in a holistic way. So when you have a visualization, a picture talks 1,000 words. That's how it represents 1,000 words, and you can understand. So in this class, how many male or female are there, or how many graduates, undergraduates, postgraduates, all this in a graphical format. If you represent for any person like me, it will be easy to understand the whole data, the big tabular form of Excel sheet in a one pictorial form. Okay, that's called visualization. And suppose you are a manager, and best example is you have a retail showroom. Okay, you have multiple locations and you have a lot of stock. You are managing a lot of sales and revenue, staff and all. So how do you want to start your day? Using dashboarding. That means when you open you start your day, open your laptop, you want to see which store has done how much revenue and how much stock is available. What is the customer flow into this store, that store? Should I increase the price, decrease the price, or should I close one of the store? All these decisions could be taken using the dashboard. So in that dashboard, you have multiple visualizations. So dashboard is, you can say that it is integrating all those visualizations into different screens. Okay, that is called dashboarding. So all these are part of data analytics. Then where is analytics in this? That is where statistical analysis to picture. So that I talked about average or increasing, decreasing, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, all those things we are talking about statistics. So you include statistics with the data and visualization. That's the world of data analytics. You can handle data from various sources, prepare the data, use statistical modeling, visualization, dashboarding, and you generate business intelligence. When you understand your business better, your competition better, you can run your business towards your organization goals. So that is the world of data analytics, report generation. Then you need to update your boss who is above you, and that report generation, hey, I want to do the things, or this is my yearly plan, I want to increase the price, decrease the price. So all those things could be done. And what is the caveat of all those things? There is no coding per se, because you are using tools here. What are the tools we are using? Starting with advanced Excel, Tableau, or Power BI, Cognos. All these tools will make you very, very powerful. Okay, so most of the times, 95% of the times, you don't use any coding, you use tools. When suppose you are using Excel, advanced Excel, okay, the Excel what we use on a regular basis is not even 30%. 70% of the Excel we don't know. When you go with pivoting, when you go to aggregation, or you're talking about macros, all those are charts for that matter, you are using the power of advanced Excel. Okay, at the same time, Power BI for dashboarding, these are very powerful tools. You will be learning them as part of your data analytics. Then I spoke about Python. Then we talked about web frameworks. Okay, then we leaned right. Okay, you were left. Okay, when we leaned right, we talked about first stage called data analytics, where there is no coding but only tools. Then let's move further. Let's dare to move further. Many of you get scared, or many of my students actually get scared when I talk about programming. But however, just listen me out. Okay, machine learning. If I need to define machine learning, it is all about teaching machines to learn from the data without explicitly programming. So what you are talking? There is no programming in this. Yes, but also no. What I mean? So human beings, you and I, learn from experiences. We don't, if I need to teach you about Apple, I don't, as a baby, when I'm learning about Apple and my mom teaching me about Apple, she did not teach me about it's a fruit, comes from the tree, so and so, climate conditions, it has nutrition value, it has this shape. No, she did not teach me all those things. She shows me, okay, that apple and says, this is apple. From experiential, I touch, I feel, I eat, oh, this is apple. So our experiences, fire, if you touch the fire, it burns, experiential learning. Or from the data, when you look at this data, okay, as you grow, your height grows, your weight also grows. Okay, now I understand there is a correlation between all these parameters. From the data, when you visualize, human beings will learn from experiences and data. Can you believe that machine learning in the same pattern learns from the data? So when you present the data in Excel, tabular form, or CSV, or whatever format, machines read the data and tries to build their own logic as you and I built logic. Okay, so if I drop you in a new scenario where you never been, you experience the scenario and feel that, okay, now I got a logic. If I go towards this end, it is hot. If I go towards end, it is cold. If I stay center, I will be safe. So you built a logic. So when you present the data to machine learning algorithms, okay, we'll talk about that later. These algorithms read the data and try to find, okay, as the person is growing, his height is also growing. But male, female, there is a different growth rate. And the weight, there is, so it builds own mathematical modeling. That's where algorithms come into picture. So you and I would be doing that mathematical calculations and model building, but the algorithm, selection of the algorithm for certain data, that is the key here. When you select the right algorithm, give the data, that algorithm learns from it, generates a logic which we called as a model, and we build the model. So this model, when I build the model, I give it to some superstore or whoever it is, those guys will give a new fresh input, then they predict that whether it will rain tomorrow or not. whether it will be sunny tomorrow or not. That's where everywhere model building using algorithm happens. The same example what we said, tomorrow you are going to go out of your home, whether it will rain or not. So somebody built a model using algorithm, and you give a fresh input saying that tomorrow, that is the date, it will say that probability of raining is 2% or 10%. You can go out. However, probability of sunny weather is high, or the temperature will be 40, carry umbrella. Okay, something like that. So these model building, for this simple example, whether it will rain or not, that is how they are using algorithms. Or for that matter, whatever you do, give the data, machine builds its own logic using the algorithm. So when we are doing all these things, this is entire game is about predictive analytics. That means you want to predict the future. For that, statistics is the model. So statistical base, upon that algorithms work. You build the models, give it to others so that the decision support system is established. So we call some names like regression, classification, clustering, forecasting, decision trees. These are algorithms and methods. So don't get bogged up with all this terminology or jargons, but it is the machine learning. Believe me, as I sounded simple, that is, it is easy to learn. You need bit of programming and all, because Python, you need to read the file, okay, check the file whether there's any deficiencies, you do that cleaning data and all, EDA you do, visualization you do, then you select the right algorithm, tune the algorithm as per the training, and then once the model is built, the accuracy is high, give it to the market. Okay, so we talked about supervised, where you are helping the machine to learn by giving the output, or unsupervised, just dump the data as I dumped you in the room. You went to the left side, oh, it is hot. You went to the right side, oh, it is cold. So I will stay in the center. That is unsupervised learning. If I give you, if I dump you in the room and say this wall hot, that wall cold, if I indicate those two, graphs over there saying that hot and cold, that is supervised learning. Okay, unsupervised learning, you do your maneuver and you find. So this is a simple way, as a layman term, how you can differentiate it, supervised and unsupervised learning. Okay, when the output is defined, I'm giving you output along with the input, you will build a relationship. Supervised, when I don't give you output, only inputs, you figure out what is this is, that is unsupervised learning. Clear, guys? So that is machine learning for you. And then we talked about data analytics, we talked about machine learning. Okay, in the machine learning, again you see Python. So Python is base, okay, and statistics. So it is based again statistics, and then machine learning. We talked about supervised. This is the course structure. When you want to learn machine learning, we take you through Python language, basic and advanced, and then you error handling and all, exception handling you do, statistical methods you will learn. Then go with machine learning, supervised, unsupervised, and bit of deep learning concept, which are very good, because machine learning again splits into two, which is this supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, and also deep learning concepts. So we give taste of learning. Okay, then data analytics we already talked about. Again, business statistics. See, the base is same, statistics. Okay, then here there is no coding, only tools. So we'll proceed with visualization, EDA kind of things. It's all about understanding the data and how you get information. Okay, good, guys. So then I talked about data science earlier. So we started with Python. We talked about on my left, we talked about web technologies or frameworks. Then we leaned my right, and then we talked about data analytics. Then we talked about machine learning. Now we are talking about data science. What is this data science? Precisely, data science is nothing but combination of data analytics and machine learning. That means you get data analytics, all this visualization, dashboarding, statistical modeling and all, and you talk about machine learning, you build together, you are talking about data science. Data science is all about generating insights from the data. Okay, so insights so that the businesses can take decision. In the machine learning, what are models we are building? In the same way, in the data science world, when you get the data from wherever it is, okay, you grab the data, you source the data, and then you clean the data, EDA analysis, then you do feature engineering, then you select the right algorithm, and you train the algorithm, then you tune the algorithm. Once it is done, you package that, which is we call as a model, and offer to the market, and those guys will use and they give you feedback. Again, you tune. That is how data science world works. Okay, so data analytics, in the simple way, you remember data science as data analytics, plus machine learning. That's what we do as data science. And you also get additional components and all, which we'll do. So this model we have built over a period of time for students to understand. This is a beautiful thing one of our guy has done. And I was asking him, I was challenging him, I said, can you help me in making my students understand very well how this data flows, and how you can talk about data analytics and data science together. So now if you imagine, you get data. When I talk about data sources and all, it could be Excel, it could be CSV, it could be database, or from an API call from website, any application, or anything for that matter, or user defined there and then you created some data. That data should be handled and given to something called exploratory data analysis. So here, data scrubbing, data analysis, visualization, all those things, you drop some variables and all those, you do whatever you want, and the output could be again in a data form, that is Excel or CSV, or you can create visualization to give to your boss. So this is where we talked about data analytics part. Now from that, so many hundreds of variables. What is a variable? You're talking about, if you want to define me as a person, what are the variables? The variables or the features could be my height, my weight, my age, my face dimension, hair or no hair, mustache, no mustache, the color of the skin, anything can be a feature. Okay, that's what we call it, facial features. So features are nothing but variables. My eye color, my eye lid color. So these are the variables that define me. So sometimes when you're talking about a student name, again class, marks, and or science marks, math marks, that defines. So these are all variables or features we are talking about. So when we talked about the earlier example of a person age and then height and weight, or gender for that matter, so some features are useful, some features are no way useful for us. So in the feature engineering, okay, when you go with the data science, machine learning, you take out some features. Suppose I'm recruiting people for my data analytics or data science role. Okay, I need their experience, I need their qualification, I need their gender to decide the salary. No, why would I need gender? Gender doesn't play any role in calculating the package. Okay, so out of the 3 features, gender is not required. So I need only 2 features. So feature selection or feature engineering, it's a big concept, but just to give you taste that some parameters, some features, some variables or some columns has no value in your model or no influence on the output. Okay, so those we can drop. So this kind of feature engineering, scaling, encoding, transformation, dimensional reduction, all these things will teach you as part of machine learning, could be done at this level. Once it is done, then the role of machine learning comes, where you select the right algorithm. I want to just classify, okay, whether male, female, whether pass, fail, whether it will work out or not work out. We talk about classification. I want to see how it progresses over a period of time. Okay, again, we are talking time series. I want to see, regression, this relationship between these 2 variables, x and y axis. Okay, regression, we are talking clustering. All those things we come across in the ML, which also includes deep learning. So once you are done with this, what we do, as I said, we build a model so that we don't reinvent the wheel again. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. So we package it, which is called as a model. We build it and we give it to that. And those guys in the front end, maybe they will use it for whatever sake we done. So in short, I can say like this. When you're talking about the world of IT, you develop some applications. What is application? There will be user here. There will be a brain behind it. The user will interact. That is where your front end things or your application development, full stack developers and all use. But there should be some brain. So this application is body, and the brain could be your AI or data science. So this brain, suppose car price prediction, that is the brain. But without body, what will the brain do? So your full stack is required, application development is required, also brain development is required, which is the model building. So you remember like that, whether you are interested in building the body or you're interested in building the brain. So both are required. So some of the students ask me, which one is good? Should I go towards this or that? It depends upon you. You want to build the body, which is the applications and all, games and all, or you want to build the brain, which is the core that runs it. Okay, so that's where you can deploy enterprise version or just give the model to someone, or in the apps you can use. That is what entire world of data science I want to talk about. Okay, so deep learning you add, that is again a bigger concept. So again, to nutshell, okay, some of your students asked me in the earlier classes, like, so can you define us? So when you join, your career path could be like this. You learn Python, of course, okay, but you could, before programming, you could go with data analytics, where there is no coding, only tools you use, as I briefed you earlier. So data analysts work with statistical modeling and or methods for that matter, and visualization, dashboarding, business intelligence, that is data analytics. Then you come with Python language. So Python language is the entry into the world of IT. So you add Python language, you can go with Python development and all. Okay. So if you add machine learning to that, then the data science world evolves. So further to that, there is deep learning and so much. So to simplify, I have said that like you could be expert in natural language processing, machine vision, autonomous. That's up to you. So it is like this entire thing is AI. People say that what is AI? AI is an umbrella term which encapsulates all these things. Okay, you don't learn AI, you practice AI. Okay, it's like medicine. You practice medicine. Okay, you don't learn medicine. Medicine is a big ocean. So in that, you may be a ortho, or you can be a cardio. You can do this, you can do that. Okay, that thing. So when you go deep into deep learning or AI field, so-called AI field, you become a computer vision expert or NLP expert. Okay, something like that. Okay, so now when we talked about that one area that is specific to AI field, then what about IT? So if you want to step into world of IT, as I mentioned, you need at least one programming language. So you can self-guide whether I have logical thinking or not. Engineering background, of course you have logical thinking. That's why you at least you learn that algorithm logical thinking in the 4 years of engineering. Or sometimes you're BSc science student. Yes, of course you could do. You can become computers. Yes, you have logical thinking. Everyone has logical thinking. It is not that. So algorithm thinking is one thing you need to learn. So suppose if I ask you a question like, I want you to find out any given number, whether it is a 2-digit or single digit or more digits. How you will do it? So that is algorithm thinking. That is the logical thinking. So your logic can be, okay, if I see a number, I can tell whether it's a single digit or multiple digits. Let's call that. Okay, single digit or multiple digits. So now you need to build the code. How you will do it? So coding is nothing but simple thing. Anybody can answer? Okay, so I will give you the answer. So the logical thinking behind is, if the number is greater than 9, if it is greater than 9, it is multiple digits. Less than 9, single digit. See, this is the algorithm thinking. So you have a flow chart. Okay, you are doing the, okay, given number, if it is greater than 9, it is multiple digit. It could be 100, it could be million, anything is multiple digit. It is less than 9, it is single digit. That's it. You wrote a program called single or multiple digit. This is what you do using Python. Using my brain, my algorithm thinking, I solve problem without computer. You don't need computer to solve problems, right? To execute that, you multiply it and make it bigger, you need computer. Okay, so logical algorithm thinking happens here, and program is a interface, okay, with the computer. Okay, so then fundamentals, you need to learn about fundamentals, visualization, basic visualization. So when you have all these things, pre-requirement, essentials, then welcome to the world of IT. You could go towards data science, AI world, or you can go to networking, you can go to systems, you can go to software development, which is full stack, mobile development, project management, testing and all, or enterprise setting like SAP, Salesforce and all. So this is the world of IT nutshell, because this was one of the questions asked by one of a trainee. Then I thought I will do pictorially, I will show. This is the power of visualization. One graphical infographic will give you the world of knowledge. Okay, so the power of visualization, that's what we are going to teach in the data visualization. So again, our courses, let's talk about business now. Okay, here our courses are all are hybrid learning. So you will get online access dashboard and also trainer led, whether you choose online or offline. So both, you are preparing yourself, watching the videos, and you come and learn with us along with the trainer, project-based learning. Okay, so job guarantee programs are there, which my marketing team will talk about, or normal program. Everything is project-based learning, not typical. As I try to invoke your logical and programming right now. So like that, we challenge you, we give you small projects, solving them, you will learn the topics. Hybrid learning, I talked about offline and online, you can select. Okay, so our platform, just giving a glimpse, maybe hopefully you can see that. So everybody gets a platform, and we have our jobs and all mentioned. We have tie-ups with the IT firms around. Okay, we go to them and say, hey, can you check our students? We have good students. They come, or they say, hey, give me, I want these kind of students. So we bridge the gap between the job market gap by offering students to the industry, or industry come and interview. So that thing we are doing, and we keep on engaging so that our students are placed. The goal, the value of the course is when our students are placed, not value of the course is when we complete the course. So we are, and our career counselors always try to place the students. Okay, if you opt for job guarantee, they will be on the job forever. If you are normal courses, interview preparation and mock interviews or interview questions, we do FAQs and all kind of things we prepare, and a bit of soft skills also, how to address and all. That's all I have. Thanks for your patience and time. So quickly, I will take you through my website. Here we have our website. This is SedLearn. You go through that, and you'll read about all our courses. You want to explore more, just go there. You will read about the courses, Python, what is the course highlight. Okay, the prices, we are very open in our pricing. We don't want to hide one price for this person, one price. No, we don't believe in that. We are open, and we do the same thing, offering to all the students. So courses information you will find, curriculum impact. You can read our curriculum if you like it. Join us. How you will get the certification and the skills you will learn, and the job market. All those things are defined over here. Please explore. Okay, and to give you a taste of our hybrid learning platform, which you will get, everyone will get. So once you join, your dashboard will be enabled, and your courses will be here. You can find all courses, or the courses you bought will appear here. I don't have any, and completed courses, free courses. So you can come back, and even some of the free courses we are adding shortly, those you can do and all your certificates will be saved here, a digital library kind of stuff. And if you enroll for a course, see, I registered for this event, so I'm ready here, March 5th. I will be joining that. Before that, if you have any session, that will appear here, so that you don't need to remember. Just you see, okay, do I have any session today? Okay, join online or offline. And we built a coder here. The coder beauty is, don't go and search for a code here and there. We built everything, you just use it. Okay, so suppose logical operators, you run it, you find that things, you change it, you run it. So all those things you can keep here. You want more, we got you snippets over here, or bytes. You can read, you can go there and just download it. It comes here, execute it, or you can even build your own file. Okay, Python file, download and execute somewhere. Okay, in any idle platform, you can do that. And we also put some projects over here, so that if somebody is interested in exploring their talent, you can do it. You have a gaming lab, play around with this. So the more learning you will get. You get your notes, you can prepare your notes, and then community to help you or support you. That's all I got for you guys.
Guys, hope this session was really useful to you all. Yeah, Rajendra Prasad, I think you have some question.
Yeah, like I was hearing clearly that you people have a job guarantee program, I guess. So just can you little bit elaborate exactly how does that go? Do I get a job after this, or should I be, how does that work actually?
Okay. So I understand what you're saying. See, the course, as I mentioned, okay, whether you're opting for normal regular course or a job guaranteed course, okay, you will get the mock interviews, interview preparation, profile building, FAQs. Those things are standard. Okay. Apart from that, in the job guarantee program, it is not that we place you. See, first thing is, we have tie-ups with the industry. So we have their requirement, and we understand our students' strengths and all. So we would be recommending you some of the jobs where we receive inputs from the industry, the tie-ups we have. So you as a student, after completion of the certification and your project and all, your profile is built, you will apply for those. So we'll keep on engaging you with those industries. We recommend you, okay, and you enter the, you go for the interviews, you will crack it, or if you even fail to crack it, you will come back, we'll share again, okay, we make you, we prepare you with that, and you will go back again. So suppose you, one of the two topics you are weak, or you felt like you are weak, you can again rejoin certain batch, and then we'll prepare. So end of the day, our trainers and the career counselors will work after the course, so that until you are placed. So 6 months duration, suppose you are taking a course and 6 months, you will be placed, and that is how we work on. Okay, we have tie-ups, we keep on attempting, or we keep on preparing until you get into a role. That's how we do it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, and sir, seems like Anand also has some question.
Okay.
Anand, you can unmute and please ask.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
So actually, I have done MBA and I am from commerce background. So I
Yeah.
don't have any coding knowledge. So how can we proceed further? And since I'm from commerce, I don't know anything about IT also.
Okay. See, as I mentioned, we all are born with logical thinking. First point, let's agree that logic. Okay, even a farmer is having logical thinking. Okay, and algorithm thinking, what to do, how to do, when to do, kind of algorithm. It's not that we don't have logic. Even though you are from BCom, you are surviving every day with logic. However, if you decided to enter IT, field of IT, okay, so two things. One is programming way, or the tools, I mean applications. Okay, so Python is a good way to start and gauge yourself. Okay, Python is very easy. You know, there is there was a survey done, and top 10 data scientists, Forbes, I think, they done the survey, and 8 are from non-technical background. Okay, it is not that Python or any programming language per se needs a qualification. Even Google and all the open universities, they say that you don't need qualification to learn any programming language. Only thing is you should have interest, confidence, and a bit of logical thinking. Okay, that's it. So you can learn, first point. Or you can also go with non-programming approach, that is data analytics, where statistical modeling will come into picture. So with this statistical modeling and Excel or Power BI kind of tools you add, you are not using much programming or no programming, but still you are stepping into the world of IT. So either you can take a risk and try yourself with Python programming, or you can opt for data analytics, where there is no programming or only tools are involved. So don't be scared. It is not that most of the students ask me who are from non-technical background. See, it's not that only technical people or engineering guys can go step into the world of data science or data analytics. That's where I say that this learning-based system is completely different from typical logic-based system, which is IT, what you and I mostly hear about. This learning-based system is open for all. Okay, only thing is you should have confidence and right mentoring and logical thinking. That's it. We don't need anything more than that. Okay, hope I answered that question. I have here Chandramouli from chat. Is Python language alone necessary to learn data science, or do I need to learn any? Yeah, I don't want to end up trouble with the other guys. So you can use any programming language. That's first bottom line. Okay. However, Python is a favorite, everyone's favorite, because most of these legacy products in the world of learning-based systems are built on Python. Python 2.x or 3.x right now. Okay, all those things we are using, Python. And Python, as I said, even personally, I learned C, JavaScript, Java, all those things. But somehow, I even personally feel Python is syntax friendly. Suppose simple thing is, data types we use, and in the Python, you just say a equal to 5. In C language, you need to say integer, int, a equal to 5. So this is very structural kind of thing when you go to other programming. But Python whole, not only this simple example, as a whole, it is like high level learning. Okay, you use high level, a high level language means our English language, and you carry on with it. So it is syntax wise, programming wise, it is very friendly. So I recommend Python, and most of the guys who are working in the field of data science or AI recommend Python, but it doesn't mean that Python is only way towards data science. Okay, so that's how I define it.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Murli, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a working professional actually.
Okay.
So is there any choice where I can shift from online to offline while doing your course? Is there any opportunity like that?
You mean once you enroll with us for the online program,
Yes, yes.
you want to shift to offline at later stage?
Yes.
See,
yes, sir.
as a trainer, as an institution, okay, we don't have any issue. Only thing is timing. Okay, meaning you have you opted for online program. Okay, suddenly with whatever reasons is you want to come and get one-on-one mentorship from a trainer. So you could switch, provided we will map your requirement with the batch. Okay, so you need to wait for a couple of days so that you could be streamlined into another batch. We maintain 1:5 trainer ratio. So we don't go beyond that, because that's where, okay, when your value for your money and even for our engagement, we get it once we want to place it, because the value what we create is once you're placed, then our the name or the brand value increases. So 1:5 trainer. So we don't want to load additional one here and there. It's fine, but we don't want to load. So maybe to answer you straight, you can. However, maybe you need to wait for 1 or 2 days or a week for that matter until you find the next batch to jump into.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
If not, we can say thank you to each other.
We have some questions, sir. Murli is asking about placements.
Okay. I mean, can you be more specific, Murli? What do you mean by placements?
Murli, you can speak up. So I think he's on mute.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Murli wants to find out what are the placements or how we will support them with placements.
Okay. So I think earlier student asked me, the learner asked me the same question. I need to tell you honestly. So I'm not a typical. So honestly, to tell you that job guarantee programs, so nobody can place you unless you learn. Do you agree with me? So first, two things you need to understand. You should have interest. You should spend time. You should try your best. That's your part. And our part is that we need to engage with you, train you well, give you a lot of experience, and then build the confidence in you. So once these two things are met, this is a synergy. That's where this thing plays. The success of the program depends on this synergy between you and us. Okay, it is not that if somebody paying opting for not only us, even for a competition, with all respect to them, even if you're paying X amount and you stop going to the classes, or you're not learning, you're not engaging with the mentor, how can somebody place you? So it is two-way. You need to value your money, and we need to value your trust on us. So that's what we depend. So we prepare the student, we engage with them, and we motivate them so that you attend what you are supposed to do. You suppose assignments, quiz, and then attend the classes and engaging with the trainer, asking questions, all those things. That's where the trainer's engagement will come into picture, and we motivate you. After that, we are confident about our course. That's why we are very good. You can ask, you can inquire about us from the alumni. They talk volumes about us. Okay, so when these two synergy meets, and the third is external party. Why would not any IT company will not hire a good candidate? They want good candidate. That's how we keep on receiving requests. Hey, do you have these kind of things? Right from the startups to good guys, the big guys, they keep sending, or we keep reaching their HR. Hey, do you have any requirement coming up in the next month? So this is how we, at the back end, our career guidance, career counselors, or placement officers, they keep on working for you as you are going through the courses. Okay, so assurance is we are working for placements, and it is when the synergy is there. Of course, 95% of the students will place. 5% of students may come back. I'm very honest. I won't say that we are superstars or we are Superman. So there's 5% of the students will struggle. Then again, we take them back. We train on those areas where they're lacking. So that is how we engage with them. It is not that out of 100%, 95 are placed. No. We want everyone to be placed. That's what the commitment is. We are an ethical business, right? So what we do is for 5%, we work upon again. we work upon on the weak areas, and again they go back to the market, and eventually they get into the jobs. Okay, that is how we do. Okay, hope I answered that question, Murali. And Madhavi, is that clear? Yeah.
So I think that's all. So nobody has any more questions.
Okay. Thanks, guys. If you don't have any further questions, thanks for your time. And I'm glad that you spent your evening with us. Hopefully, you learned something from us. And this is where business apart, you can always contact us. Okay, for the love of the subject, we try to engage with students, and that your career decision or career counseling, you need further counseling one-on-one on this career path. Should I take it or not take it? You can always engage with us. Okay. Thanks for your time, and you have a great evening.